Hello, oh. I switched the wrong screen. Let's do that again, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ingrediology. My name is Logan, and thank you for joining me here on our Wednesday weeknight dinner. We are going to be making spaghetti alla carbonara, or just carbonara as it's known in the common parlance over here in America. But this is a delicious pasta dish from Italy, hails from Rome specifically, that is made with parmesan cheese as well as pecorino romano, and the sauce consists of egg yolks primarily and then eggs thrown in there as well. It is delicious. We'll be toasting some black peppercorns here, and did you get guanciale? Did you happen to find guanciale? For those of you who don't know what guanciale is pork jowl, and it's cured in the same fashion that you would cure bacon. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. First off, welcome to everybody here on Tastemade. I'm glad that you're joining me for the first time this year at least. We have sold out of spots here for our classes on Tastemade, so I had to up the count. I normally just set an arbitrary number because, you know, it's free anyways and you guys get in, but we topped out. We sold all 30. So that's the first time this happened this year. I'm really excited. It just shows that you guys appreciate what I'm doing, and I've made something that everybody wants to cook. So success there. Now, for those of you on Tastemade, there is a chat box right here that you can talk into. Do you see that? There's a little typey thing you can put in the message box. Please feel free to interact with me throughout the entire class. That's why we do these things live, because we want to be able to answer your questions in the moment, especially if you're cooking along with us today. Hands in the chat if anybody's cooking along with us. Hello to our friends on Twitch as well as YouTube and Facebook joining us live as well. It's a pleasure to have you here. How's your week going? You make it through hump day okay? And we're just sliding down into the Friday, okay, everybody? You got this. Don't worry about it. You got it. Tef Bano, I always see we have in the chat. Siguric, Randy, I'm good. I'm happy to see you, my friend. I swear, if you put more than 7 ingredients in it, I'll choke you. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 all day, but that's counting the olive oil and the pasta itself. All right. But we'll go over ingredients here in just a second. But we're saying hello to everybody here on the Twitch side of the family. Can we get a shout out for Tef Banow and Snake Eye DIY, who are fellow streamers here on the platform? Speaking of fellow streamers, another person joining us here who I haven't seen or talked to in a minute, Ellie. It's good to see you. Shout out to Ellie Face, a fellow Twitch streamer here on the platform. You should go follow her channel as well as Tef's, as well as Snake Eyes, because they're all great creators and I love them very dearly. If you guys were here for the waiting screen, Ellie designed the waiting screen, the like starting soon screen with the ingrediology and all that. She did that. What is this now, Ellie? Like 2 years ago? At this point, it's coming up on 2 years. I'm sorry. I am waxing romantic here at the beginning of the class without getting into it, but it's just really good to see you guys. We missed out on last week. Unfortunately, if you're joining us on Tastemade and you had signed up for our Argentinian steak and chimichurri class, my apologies. Again, let me just apologize to you in person because we had some technical difficulties with the streaming software on my end, and the stream wasn't able to go out. And in the time, I was in an RV up in Palisade, Colorado, just hanging out. I was watching the stream, but it was on like a 3G hotspot connection, so anything I was trying to do to fix it was just taking forever. But we have a recording of that class up on YouTube and up on Twitch as well, if you guys want to seek that out. And I also just sent a copy to our friends at Tastemade of the recording that I was planning on playing that day, because they're going to upload it for everybody who attended the class. So again, if you did sign up for the class and you still like to see it, I know I had a couple people message me and I hit them back, the recording will be up here on Tastemade if it's not already, okay? All right. So we've got the shout outs going on. Is it time for a redesign? You know, Ellie, I've been doing a lot of stuff in After Effects. If you check out my latest YouTube video, just go to Ingrediology YouTube channel and check out the creme brulee. I uploaded this yesterday, but I've been messing around in After Effects a lot. I dabbled a little bit last year, but I've been getting things more refined. So I was thinking about a redesign. I've got a BRB screen that I've been designing that I'm gonna have to show you the rough draft that I have for it. But there's some cool ingredient overlay work that I did with the new YouTube video that's up on the channel. So go check that out. Hi from Coursera Cat. welcome to the stream. It's great to have you. Hello from Denver, Colorado. I've been out here in Colorado for about the past 8 years. And for those of you who are new here on the channel and just haven't taken an ingrediology class before, hello, my name's Logan. Thanks for being here. But I've been cooking in professional kitchens since I was about 15 years old. I moved out to Denver to help open a restaurant and served in a sous chef and then executive capacity at that restaurant. And then I got the opportunity to teach about five and a half years ago, and I made the switch over. So I taught IRL classes for thousands of students in hundreds of different classes over the course of the 4 years that I was at Uncorked Kitchen. And then, of course, COVID hits and kind of threw everything into the breeze, but we started doing all this online. So what you're seeing is the culmination of 2 years of work here, getting this stream put together so that you guys can cook better for yourself at home and those that you love. That's the entire intent here. That's why they're up for free, so that you guys can get the most out of them as possible. If you would like to cook along with us, you can go to ingrediology.org/carbonara for our recipe guide. That has the equipment list as well as the shopping list for your ingredients, all the recipe instructions, nutritional information. It's a really good resource that we try and put out there for you so that, you can make this as easily as possible at home. Who's cooking along with us? Hello from Bogota, Colombia, Estefania. Am I saying that right? Estefania? Welcome to the channel. I'm sorry for tripping over that. Please don't be offended. But welcome from Colombia. I don't think we've ever had anybody join us from Colombia before, so that is a treat. How'd you, just like I wanted to make carbonara. Are we in the same time zone? Is it 3 p.m. for you right now? I'm just thinking like how time zones run. I'm sorry, my ADHD brain. You guys are all waiting in your kitchens, getting ready to get started. Chef, your son is watching. Oh, we got K Money in the chat, everybody. Hi, Remy. My son is 6 months old, and he's down in the basement right now, I think, watching us on the television. Oh, we got a new follower, Lothaba. Welcome to the kitchen. Great to have you here. But yeah, little Remington is sitting downstairs watching the television, wondering how his dada got into the TV box. He has no idea. There's usually just Peppa Pig on, and now his dad's there, so who knows? Bogota, Colombia, and Coursera. That's fantastic. Thank you guys for being here. Why don't we jump in? I think I've done enough crowd work here, warming you guys up, and you guys are probably chomping at the bit to get going. I should send you the AE file. Heard that, Ellie. That would be great. Thank you. Time zones are fun. M Luck, welcome to the stream. Can we get a shout out for M Luck as well, please? Poor Remy is so confused, I know. It's so funny when he watches me edit on the computer, because he'll look at me sitting on the computer, and then he'll look at the monitor, and then he'll look at me, and he'll look at the monitor. He's just starting to figure out mirrors. I don't know, that recipe seems a little excessive. In what respect, Randy, would you say that recipe seems excessive? Is it the parsley? Is the parsley too much for you? Or perhaps it's the olive oil? Speaking of our ingredients here for this evening, folks, why don't we take a look down here on the board? We've got some black peppercorns, 2 teaspoons to be exact. We've got 6 ounces of guanciale, which I will tell you more about here momentarily. We're gonna be using 6 egg yolks and then 2 whole eggs here for our recipe. This is going to be half a cup of pecorino romano cheese that is finely grated. Note, finely grated. And if you can, don't buy this pre-shredded or even pre-grated, because sometimes they put anti-caking agents in there that actually inhibit the melting of the cheese into the sauce. We're getting behind. The dolly's getting ahead of me. Half a cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 pound of spaghetti pasta, 1 ounce of extra virgin olive oil, and then a bunch of Italian parsley. This is flat leaf Italian parsley. And then we can't forget our half cup of Pinot Grigio. This is gonna be our dry white wine we're gonna be utilizing in our carbonara this evening. Take you back the other way. So make sure if you're cooking along with me, you've got those ingredients ready to go, measured out, looking good. Hello from Los Angeles. Hello, Mallory. Great to have you from LA. How is it out there? I'm sure it's beautiful and sunny, because I hear that's how it is every single day. Are you cooking along with us? Who here in Tastemates cooking along with us? That's something. Oh, thank you, Lothaba. Oh, do you know Tef? You followed Tef in? Very nice, very nice. So we have all the ingredients that I just went over here for your recipe this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to first tackle the toasting of our peppercorns. And that's the first step in your recipe guide over on ingrediology.org. ! Recipe or ! menu in chat, everybody. If you want the bot to spit the link back out for you, that will take you over to our website where we've got that all laid out for you. So I have down here on the board, let's go to camera 3. I have those 2 teaspoons of whole black peppercorns that we were talking about earlier. Oh, look at that. That's just a better shot. But I'm being an idiot. So anyways, our 2 teaspoons of whole black peppercorns I was telling you about earlier. We are gonna be toasting these and then grinding them fresh. Now, toasting whole spices just brings out more flavor from them. And we have a spice grinder off to the side here that we are going to be grinding this up here. But if you have a mortar and pestle or molcajete, then you could grind them using that method as well, all right? But I've got a saute pan set out over here on the stove. Just a small non-stick saute pan. Doop, doop, doop. We're gonna turn our heat to a medium, just a medium heat. Spread out our peppercorns and then wait for them to become fragrant. Now we'll be stirring our peppercorns occasionally throughout this process, making sure that they don't get too dark on any one side. How are we supposed to tell if a black peppercorn is too dark? You're right, that is a bit of a problem. Just stir it frequently, okay? Hey, we got Irish Kate here in the chat. Oi, I'm Irish Kate. Kate, it's good to see you, my dear. I was thinking about you the other day. I'll have to hit you up. We haven't had our weekly chat. Can we get a shout out for Irish Kate, a fellow food and drink streamer here on Twitch? Lovely person, just immigrated to the United States. She's a Texan now, everybody. So give her a big hearty welcome. We're stirring our peppercorns frequently. We're keeping our heat on medium. We're waiting until they're fragrant. Once they're fragrant, we're gonna remove them from that pan and we're gonna put them in our spice grinder and grind them fine. This is a similar technique that you see in cacio e pepe. Cacio e pepe is a dish that features heavily Parmesan cheese as well as black peppercorns in with some pasta. It's similar to spaghetti alla puttanesca, but it does not have any guanciale in it, and definitely not any white wine, okay? We got 9 people over here in Tastemate. Good to see you. Hey, Chris, Captain Jack Daniels 33, top of the afternoon, top of the morning to you. Oh, what do you like? My Irish accent, Kate, has suffered since we've not been talking as often. I will be totally open and honest about that. Let's talk about the other ingredient that we've got going on here on our board. Let's go down to camera 7. There we go. So this is guanciale. Guanciale, as I stated before, guanciale is cured pork jowl. So the jowl is the cheek of the pig, very fatty cheeks up here. But they take that and they cure it just like bacon, or pancetta is probably closer to that. They take and they cure it just like pancetta, covering it with different kinds of spices. Black peppercorn can be one, for example, as well as fennel seed is sometimes used, and it's just heavily salted and left to dry, just like you would with some delicious bacon. But it's a little fattier than pancetta. This is just going to melt away and leave us with nothing but delicious little crispy bits that we're gonna be tossing in with our carbonara here at the end. All right, so if you bought your guanciale whole, go ahead and give me a medium dice on that. A medium dice being a 1/2 inch by a 1/2 inch by a 1/2 inch, about that size. That's what we're looking for, okay, everybody? Besties with peace and love. It's always been suffering. What is going on over here in chat? Wait, what? Bringing it down over here. Oh, I should probably separate out my eggs, don't you think? Guys, if you're just joining us here on Ingrediology for our Wednesday weeknight dinner, welcome in. We are making spaghetti alla puttanesca here today on stream. So I just went over the ingredients with you. And now we got to get to separating out our 6 egg yolks. So I've got 2 bowls that I'm going to pull to the board. Boop, boop, boop. Get that out of the way. Where do I want to put this? I'll put this there. Now, I'm gonna pick a very large bowl to crack my egg yolks into, because we're also gonna be adding to those egg yolks 2 more whole eggs, including the whites, and then all of our cheeses, and then pouring a little bit of pasta water here at the end. So you want a large bowl that's gonna be large enough to fit all of those ingredients into it. Mac and cheese only weaklings make that. Why are you hating on mac and cheese? We're not here to yuck anybody's yum. I made some mac and cheese the other day. Oh, I should do my green chili mac and cheese class again for you guys here soon. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I've already got May planned out, but maybe we could do it in June. Who knows? All right, Let's get the camera moved around. Oh, don't do this to me. Like stuttering. Chug the vino and eat the pasta raw. You guys are animals. You're absolute animals. You know that? So when going about separating your eggs, everybody, you can do this two different ways. You can either take and pass your eggs between the shell, boop, 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 pass the yolk back and forth. Of course, you do run a little higher risk of puncturing the outside of your yolk by doing it in this method, but you also keep your hands from getting quite as messy. Now, we're not going to be reserving the egg whites, so I'm just going to toss my shells in there. We're going to be getting rid of those. Now, alternatively, you can just take and crack this open into your hand, which is much safer for your yolk. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then just put it over there. But again, your hands do get a little messier, all right? Hatch green chili mac and cheese sounds delish. Ooh. Chris, you haven't seen that? I would have sworn that you had taken that class already. I think I've run it 2, if not 3 times already over here on Tastemade. What is going on with the camera? And then I think it's fixed and it'll probably do it again. Water and soap fixes that. Bark loves the cam. Thank you, Bark. Shout out to Unknown Bark, fellow streamer here on Twitch. Plays Dead by Daylight as well as other scary games that I can't stand to play. But if that's your thing, then have at it. That's the guy to go see. Down here on camera 6, everybody, we've got our peppercorns continuing to toast here on our medium heat. We're giving it that stir every so often, as I advised you to do earlier. I need to hate on something. I need to hate at least one dish, so I think it will be mac and cheese. But then again, snails is also bad. Yes, snails would be way worse than mac and cheese, for sure. Okay. All right. So we're continuing to separate our eggs. I'm like stopping, like I'm not in the middle of something right now. Just trying to keep track of everything, guys. I special ordered in this guanciale. Again, we are putting 6 egg yolks into this bowl and then 2 whole eggs. So I got 8 eggs all day. Bum, bum, bum. All right, those are our 6 egg yolks here in the bowl. We're now gonna add in our 2 whole eggs. Always tap your eggs on the cutting board. Don't do it here on the side of the bowl. That's how you end up getting shards. Boop. Boop. All right, these can go away. Give the old hands a little rinse. You don't want raw egg while you're touching everything, right? Welcome back. How you guys doing? You cooking along with us? Is everybody doing okay? If you are cooking along with us, please, if I'm moving too fast for you at any point, just give me a shout out, slow me down, ask a question, and if I don't see it, one of the mods will definitely try and point it out for me. On the list of food that sucks, there's a mile-wide gap between mac and cheese and snails. Truer words never spoken, Randy. Get out of here. It's ridiculous. All right, we're gonna be stirring our peppercorns. All right, let's come back up here to camera 1 real quick. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm gonna try and take a swing at fixing these cameras. Son of a gun. Sorry, one moment. We got time. You're toasting your stuff. The front camera. Okay. right, and then let's do that to camera 6. Boom. Maybe if I just take down the quality of the stream from each of those cameras. Damn it. All right, I've created more problems for myself than I'm fixing. We're just gonna go back to regular. You guys see how much of a mess my countertop is with all the bottles and baby formula that I'm having to juggle constantly now? All right, so I guess it puts it out in a different resolution, which means I would have to scale my camera differently here in OBS. None of you know what I'm talking about. That's okay. Don't be sorry. Just be careful, Logan. Better get the shards in the egg. Jeez, look, feet, Chris. I'm a supreme Danish person. Has he licked the eggs yet to test for quality? You're right. I did not lick my eggs, Bark. I did beforehand, though. All right. I didn't do it live on stream. It just makes people uncomfortable, as you could imagine, right? Ooh, all right. Now, we're going to need to get our guanciale toasted off. Well, rendered is the proper term for that. Rendering our guanciale in our large skillet after we pull our peppercorns from the pan. Now, I'm going to pull the spice grinder over to in front of the stove. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining me here on Ingrediology, welcome to the stream. We are making spaghetti alla puttanesca today. We've already got our peppercorns on and toasting. One thing that I didn't remind you about, everybody, and I'm sorry, remiss for not doing so, is get a large pot of boiling water on. I've got that over here on the stove. It's, we should turn the heat on. We should actually turn the heat on. I got a medium high. Just to get this ready and boiling, there's nothing worse than being ready to go and you have to wait on your pasta water, all right? So, that water, once it comes to a boil, is going to be salted. We're going to add in a little bit of olive oil. Now, the olive oil that we add on top of our pasta water is not to keep the pasta from sticking together, as is a common misconception. It's actually to break up the surface tension of our water so that when the starch is released from the pasta, bubbles form easier on the top. That's why your pot will boil over after a couple of minutes of cooking your pasta. The oil helps prevent that by breaking up the surface tension, all right? And then, after your pasta's cooked, you drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it. Not before. We put the oil in now, though. An ounce or two. Welcome if you're just joining us here on Taste Made to Ingrediology. Hi guys, say hi to me in chat. Say hi to me in the chat box. We've already got Los Angeles, Coursera, and Colombia joining us in the chat. They've already gotten the shout out. Where are you guys joining us from? Hey, we got Dano in the chat. Dano, it's great to see you. Shout out for Fourth Room TV over on Twitch. The amazing Dan is gracing us with his presence this afternoon. What have you been up to, Dan? How you doing? Go check out his channel. Give him a follow. Show him some love. He brews beer and runs marathons. What a guy. All right. I think our peppercorns are well toasted. Quite fragrant. Ooh, very fragrant. So what we're going to do is bring these over to our spice grinder. Just pour them in, and we're going to grind them up. Sorry if this is a bit loud, everybody. You're inside the box of chat. And carb loading. Ooh, carb loading, Dan. If you're doing some carb loading, then you definitely need to be making this recipe. We're going to grind our toasted peppercorns into a fine grind. Does that make sense? that was a clunky little phrase right there. Sorry. Annie is joining us from Brighton, Ontario, Canada. Hello to our Canadian friends. You're all so friendly out there to the north. I love it when our Canadian friends join us. Makes me think of Cosmic Cat. Anybody talked to Cosmic Cat recently? She came in and raided us here the other day on stream. It was a pleasure hosting her and her community. So we just got this fine powder. I always unplug it first before I go and stir this thing up. I know it's supposed to be safe, but I don't know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't trust it. Our pepper can just go off to the side of your cutting board from right now. And Deirdre, it's good to see you again. Deirdre from Pasadena, my bucatini is waiting. Ooh, you went with bucatini this time, Deirdre. I like bucatini. So we're using spaghetti here, spaghetti alla Carbonara. But bucatini is like spaghetti, but more. It's thicker and it has like a hole running straight down the center of it. It's about the same length, but it's about double the diameter of the pasta. I really like bucatini. Great choice, Deirdre. Hell yeah. Whoop. We've heated up our pasta water. We've toasted our peppercorns and we've ground them. We've separated our eggs. Now, what I want you to do is grab yourself a large, heavy-bottomed skillet, like I'm about to show you over here on the stove, because we are gonna be rendering our puttanesca. I keep thinking puttanesca. This is not puttanesca. It's not pancetta. It's guanciale. Guanciale. Have a seizure when I speak Italian, like Giada de Laurentiis. So I've got that large, heavy-bottomed skillet there on the stove. And then, for those of you just joining us, we've got our guanciale, which has been diced medium. So 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, roughly. Roughly are gonna be the dimensions here on our guanciale. And I just left the heat on in medium underneath our pan, because we don't want it to be too hot. We want our guanciale to render out nice and slow and just really be able to render out the entirety of the fat that are in the cubed pieces of guanciale, so it's super duper crispy. Super duper crispy. Yes, get out of here. You have more in the lid, sir. Do I? Do I, Dano? You are quite right. Look at that, Dan. God bless you. God bless you, Dan. I almost left some freshly toasted black peppercorns behind, which would have been a damn shame. Why is the pepper ground? Was it naughty? The dad jokes never stop. They never stop. They won't quit. Get yourself a spatula out, and we're just gonna keep an eye on our guanciale while it comes up to heat. You know, this is just gonna sit here for a second. And until it really begins to gently sizzle, I don't need to pay much attention to it, which gives us the opportunity to come back down here on the board and clean up our parsley. And you're always like, when are we gonna do the parsley? I'm always like that. Don't like that. There we go. Leave no man behind. Hey, he said carbonara that time. What part of the pig is this from? Snake eye. That's a great question, and thank you for reminding me to remind our guests. Guanciale is from the jowl of the pig, or the cheek. It's pig cheek, and it's cured in the exact same way that you would cure bacon, rubbing it liberally with salt, and then they add in spices, so like black peppercorns, sometimes fennel seed into guanciale. It's a little fattier than pork belly, like you would use for bacon or pancetta, but it is, oh my gosh, the flavor is incredible. And having these perfectly rendered out and just crispy little pieces of pork jowl, I'm telling you, if you found the guanciale, you did yourself a service tonight. Speaking of the guanciale, it looks like we're beginning to render out there. It's great. I'm gonna let it go for a minute. Probably failed math. Do you know how to tell if a joke is a dad joke? It's apparent. I'm gonna kill myself. It's awful. I know I'm supposed to be learning these things, guys. I am a new dad, so I should be picking up every little bit I can. I'm warming to it slowly. You guys plucking your parsley at home? Pluck, pluck, pluck. We're gonna leave these parsley leaves whole. I love the look of whole parsley leaves sitting on top of pasta. So fresh. Que fresca. Here's a dad joke. What's brown and sticky? Oh no. A stick. Oh, I just hurt. I just hurt all over. It makes me physically in pain. Thank you, Snake Eye, for banning Fourth Room TV. I appreciate that. All right, let's give our guanciale a little stir, a little agitation here in the pan. It's not even sticking. smell is already out of this world. Sorry, it wasn't centered on the burner. It's just my OCD acting up. Oh, you guys kill me. Everybody, if you're just joining us here on Ingrediology for our Wednesday weeknight dinner, welcome to the stream. We are making spaghetti alla Carbonara. Now, spaghetti alla Carbonara is a pasta dish made with spaghetti that
I feel for Logan.
The sauce consists of a creamy mixture of egg yolks, pecorino romano, grated Parmesan cheese, and a couple of whole eggs, toasted peppercorns, and then you can already see the guanciale, which is the pork jowl, hanging out down there on the stove. We're rendering this out until it's nice and crisp.
Logan.
And it's that simple, guys. As Randy said when he came into the room, if there's more than 7 ingredients here, I'm going to choke you. There's technically 9 in here for me, but it's still a very simple pasta recipe. And Italian people tend to get a little miffed if you take and add too much stuff to it, which is kind of our specialty here in America, right? We're putting peas and tomatoes in there and topping it with chicken and using bacon instead of guanciale or pancetta, et cetera, et cetera. There's all sorts of reasons for them to be mad at us. What are you guys up to? Oh, thank you, Snake Eye, for plugging Ko-fi over there in chat. Guys, if you see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, that's just a link to if you would like to help make Ingrediology possible. While I offer these classes up for free, it is certainly not free to do so. So if you appreciate what we're doing, you enjoy the class, you're getting a lot of value out of it, then that's the place to help out the stream. Help buy groceries, and equipment, and website hosting fees, all that good stuff. And then we just get to grow even more. 9 is too many, says Randy. 9 is too many ingredients. And also, by the way, we're trying to reach partner status over on YouTube, everybody. So if you go to youtube.com/Ingrediology or you just search Ingrediology on YouTube, we just put up our creme brulee video yesterday. Brand new video, trying to drop videos weekly over there on the YouTube channel. Now, they're not the live streams, even though we are going out live on the channel right now. I take like a 2-hour live stream and I slam it down and condense it into a sub 10-minute video just to make it easier for you guys to digest those things. So if you're looking for more recipes from us, you want to see some past classes, go check out the YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Hup, hup, hup. How's the guanciale doing? Ooh, oh baby. We're already starting to get a little bit of color, and to be honest with you, we're a little early in the process for us to be developing too much color. So I'm backing it up. I was a skosh over medium. I'm taking it to a straight medium right now in the pan. And I'm going to be stirring more frequently as this guanciale continues to brown. I dropped a piece. Sorry, Kipling, you're not going to be able to eat that. Italian people get really miffed if you put pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza. What a great idea. You know what? As I said earlier in the class, I am not here to yuck anybody's yum. As long as you enjoy it and you're good at making it, feel free. Let it rip. I don't care. Pineapple on pizza is good for some people, not for others. To each their own. Cada loco con su tema. Baby. What if I like it, but am awful at making it? You know what? The only way you're gonna get better at doing it, Randy, is by continuing to make it. So keep doing it. Try again. Oh, guys, we got a poll up. Everybody on the Twitch side, make sure that you're voting in our poll. I don't know what the poll is about. Who knows? What did you put up, Snake Eye? Oh, it's pineapple on pizza. The responses are yes, no, why, what, who. I get a kick out of you guys. We took this cute little trip down to Palisade, Colorado last week. That's why I was late posting the creme brulee recipe. Thank you, everybody, for your understanding. But if you've not heard of Palisade, Colorado, it is world-renowned for its peaches. It's a unique growing region where they actually grow grapes and cherries and apples, but their peaches are what they're most famous for. And that's about 4 hours west of us, and I'd never been to Palisade before. It's only about 10 miles east of Grand Junction, Colorado. It was right before you hit Utah. But we went to this cute little bakery that's called the Slice of Life. And the owner, Mary, was standing in the back, and the person at the register I was talking to, because we came back at the second day after having visited, said that she'd been doing this for 42 years, getting up at 3 a.m., coming into work by 4, and running this little hole-in-the-wall bakery in Palisade, Colorado. So shout out to Mary, who's a badass, because I couldn't do baker's hours, everybody. I really couldn't. I'm a weakling when it comes to that. It made me mad enough when I had to get up at 5 a.m. to go accept a fish order or do inventory. But those bakers, they're a nocturnal crowd. She has made the most delicious peach Danish that I'd ever had in my entire life. Shout out to Mary's Peach Danishes at Slice of Life Bakery. But I also had, the chai tea. I love chai tea. For those of you who are newcomers to the stream, I'm a big fan of chai tea. And they had probably the best chai tea latte I ever had. It was honey lavender chai latte made with whole milk that's from the Palisade region. Oh my God, stop. Anyways, back to the guanciale. Oh, no, that's the board. We're just rendering this bad boy off slowly. Making it nice and crispy. You can see we're starting to get some color. And you can probably see that camera, there's some smoke. There's just the tiniest, well, this is a mix of smoke and steam right now. We haven't gone far past the smoking point for pork fat, but I also don't want to burn this, so we're gonna turn down the heat a little bit more. As this becomes more cooked, you're gonna wanna manage your heat a little bit better to ensure that we don't turn the bottom of the pan black. Wait, what happened, Imluck? Fresh pineapple and a nice smoked ham works pretty well, says Imluck. Ducks before she is stoned. Colorado peaches? I laugh in Carolina. Oh, okay. Think Carolina peaches are better than Colorado peaches, Sigurek? Fight me. Hey, Connor, what's up? Shout out to the only deaf guy, a friend of Ingrediology here on the stream. Fellow streamer on Twitch. He runs works at a bistro in the UK. And does a fantastic job of just keeping up with chat and also working bistro work at the same time. He's usually on in the morning for us here in America, but it's probably, late afternoon for you over there, Connor. You just finishing up, my friend? I hope you're good. It's good to see you. Happy May. Happy spring. We're making some spaghetti alla Carbonara today, my friend. All right, let me catch up with Tastemade over here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, you guys are still keeping to yourselves over here in Tastemade. I appreciate that. Okay, where is this? No, there we go. Pizza from Indio, California, where dates were transplanted from the Near East. White sauce, white onion, dates, fresh jalapeno, spinach, burger. It's so good. That sounds incredible, Chris. I really like that. Oh, so we've got smaller pieces of pancetta here in the pan. We've got smaller pieces which are browning faster than the larger pieces. So once again, I'm turning my heat down. I'm on a low heat at this point because I want it to be able to take this as far as I possibly can, get as much crispiness without burning those smaller bits which are browning faster in the pan, okay? Now, coming over to our pot of boiling water, We've not quite achieved a boil over there with our stock pot, but we are getting close. And once we reach that boil, we're gonna be putting our pasta down. Your spaghetti, your bucatini, what have you at home. And we're gonna be cooking that until it is al dente, just finished al dente, and then combining it with our egg yolks, Parmesan cheese, and pecorino romano in the skillet. So we're gonna be pulling, let's just preview this here real quick. Sleepy here? You sleepy, Connor? Well, let me lull you to sleep with my shrill tones of teaching you how to cook. So, at this point in the class, everybody, just to give everybody a refresher, the next steps are going to be removing our guanciale from the pan after it is rendered and pulling that pan off the heat so we don't burn the bottom right there. We're going to deglaze after having drained off some of our fat from the pan. We're going to deglaze with our half cup of white wine, and then the sauce that results from that, because it'll be lifting up some of the fond on the bottom, will just keep reserved off to the side. Now, once our pasta is cooked, our pasta will come directly out of the pasta water. Do not take your pasta water and throw it down the sink. Heard? All right, I just want to make sure we're on the same page here, because we need the pasta water, people. We're gonna need about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of our pasta water. So don't get rid of it. Don't do it. Resist the urge. I've done it before to myself. That's why I'm warning you guys so much. But we're going to be taking a cup of that pasta water along with our mixture of eggs and cheese and tempering the two together before adding them to the pan, the skillet that we're cooking our guanciale in right now, with the rendered wine and the pasta. All right? Just giving you a preview. Shout out. Make sure you understand. And if you have any questions, please feel free. Throw them in chat. Can you send me a slice? Oh, I wish. Might. Okay. Guanciale. Gosh darn it. I keep typing in the chat box over here instead of hitting my hotkeys. Boom. Ooh, we are boiling on the pasta, everybody. Very good, very, very good. So let's get our spaghetti down in our boiling water before pulling our guanciale out of the pan. Absolutely, Goldbelly delivers anything, anywhere. Wow, luck. Are you in the Netherlands? Are you in Denmark? Where? Remind me again? I'm sorry. That might be some expensive shipping. And they're on Goldbelly though? Goldbelly's cool. We looked at Goldbelly for a little bit when we were doing our boxes. I messaged them a couple times, they never messaged me back, so I guess I'm not good enough for Goldbelly. Oh well. C'est la vie. Man, is the live stream over on the Tastemade side just that behind? Also, this looks terrible. All right, let's go back down here to the guanciale pan. How'd the poll turn out? The verdict on pineapple on pizza. So remember, everybody, I said we are going to pull our pan from the heat and drain out our guanciale. That's why I'm using this slotted spatula right here, so that the fat drains out of it. I might switch over to a slotted spoon at this point. Those of you on Tastemade, you keeping up okay? Now I'm gonna strain off all of this fat that I've got hanging out down here in the bottom of the pan, except for about a tablespoon of it. All good on this side. That's great to hear, Annie. So we have our guanciale nicely toasted. Oh, those delicious bacon bits. You can even see it. Oh, I bumped the camera. You can see it still like bubbling. Can you see it still bubbling in the cup? Oh my God, this looks incroyable. Yes. So we now have our pan, which we need to add a half a cup. I'm sorry, that doesn't sound right. But it is half a cup of white wine to our pan. Now with that added, you want to get in here with your spatula and just scoop up those bits of fond. Delicious fond. Cleaning the bottom of the pan. Clean it up real nice. Making sure that we're incorporating all that amazing rendered guanciale flavor into our sauce that we're going to be making here later on. Okay. The poll went yes with a slight who and why. Heard that. All right. Now, everybody, let's take this opportunity while we're just letting our white wine cook out. And I'm sorry, let me explain this a little bit better. I am going to be taking and reducing our white wine slightly, just bringing it to a simmer and concentrating it by like an extra 25%. Does that make sense? So if it's 100% of the liquid that's in there right now, we're gonna have 75% of the liquid left when I just remove that from the heat, okay? Now, down here on the board, let's get this mixture of our eggs. First of all, let's put this off to the side. I'm gonna put it in a cup. You're doing great, everybody. You're doing great. Let my inspirational mug guide you through the day. Orca Paca, it's so great to see you. Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Hope your week's going well. We're making spaghetti alla Carbonara today. I'm in need of help. I just got a new recipe book, but it's 1 a.m., so I can't make stuff today. And tomorrow, I'll be working all day, so no time tomorrow. And how do I live now? On the plus side, I've been holding a pineapple for like 30 minutes, so my hands smell good. You know what? Choose to unpack that if you'd like for us in chat. Or you can just remain the man of mystery that you are. Why you're holding a pineapple, we might find out. We might never find out. But that sounds awesome. Who's the recipe book by? Okay, for those of you just joining us, we have 6 egg yolks and then 2 whole eggs in our bowl right here. Oh, no, I can't do that without spilling it. So 6 egg yolks and then 2 whole eggs, to which we're gonna be adding a half of a cup of finely grated pecorino romano cheese. Oh, this way. Half of a cup of finely grated parmesan reggiano. Give our pasta a stir so it doesn't stick to itself too much. Guys, this is gonna be my weapon of choice when dealing with our pasta, our pasta hand. Our pasta hand, I like that. I'm gonna stick with that. Our clawed pasta hand to just separate up this pasta. But, like I said, not to drain out your pasta water when you're at the end here and our pasta is nice and al dente. We're just gonna transfer it straight out of the pot and into the pan over here. We didn't salt our pasta water, everybody. Shame on me. Shame on you, chef. How dare you? Liberal amount of salt. Like a tablespoon or 2. You want your pasta water to be salty like the sea. Briny. Well, my friend gave me the pineapple, so I'll make pineapple rum for her. Okay, I've been holding it for 30 minutes because I was waiting for my friends to get up so we can walk home. Heard. All right, Orca Paca, you're having a hell of a night tonight, aren't you? The recipe book is in Hebrew, and it's from 1994, so not even I know the author, but it's all about pasta, and I'm very excited. Interesting. Orca, you're on our Discord, right? I'd love to see a picture of that if you got the time. Half a cup for the pan and a bit for me too, says Allie. Allie, am I remembering this correctly? When looking at the guest list, you had also booked 10 guests. Are you the same person that I'm thinking of? Are you guys having a party today? You having a party you didn't even tell me about it beforehand? Is this a family get-together kind of thing? And if this isn't you, then I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different person. But welcome Allie and friends to the stream. God. Guanciale, everybody. The things Italians do to pigs. God bless them. So, we got our eggs and our cheese mixed together. Give me this. Give me that. We got our eggs and our cheese mixed together down here on the board. If I can get to the frickin' camera. Yes, she is, says Kat. I found you out. Found you out. So you guys celebrating something? Is this a special occasion? It's cool. Thank you so much for choosing me to party with. Was this on a whim? I don't think you're a repeat guest, Allie. So this is your first class that you've taken here with me. I'm just whisking together here our 6 egg yolks, 2 whole eggs, half a cup of pecorino romano cheese, and half a cup of parmigiano reggiano. We're getting close, everybody. Are you excited? We've already rendered our guanciale. We've got our peppercorns toasted and ground. We're really just waiting for the pasta to finish up. Speaking of which, hey Siri, set a timer for 6 minutes. Just give it a check. This is a fun work event, Kat. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us. I won't ask you where you work. We're in public, I forget that. I do private events as well if you guys are interested here down the road. And I will do those over Zoom or Zoom or Teams or whatever you want to do. I can stream out to anywhere you want me to go. But if you guys wanted something a little bit more personalized where we could interact via video as well, hit me up. Let me know, Allie. As if you like the class, if the food's good. I know the food's good. All right, back here on the stove, guys, we've got our wine that I'm going to stop the heat on after having concentrated it mildly. Make sure that you're doing the same. Don't let all that evaporate here on the heat. Guys, we left out something here in our eggs, and that's my fault. I'm sorry. I apologize. Remember those ground peppercorns we were talking about? First, we're going to need to shake out the lid. But that sounds great on the audio. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Man, that wine hit Allie quick. She ain't even talking anymore. Oh, we toasted these whole black peppercorns off in a non-stick skillet until they were nice and fragrant, and then ground them in a spice grinder. Now we're just combining them with our eggs and cheese here in the bowl. To repeat myself, but also just to make sure that we're all staying on the same page, we have that pan with the white wine. The next thing we're gonna do is when our pasta is done cooking, we're gonna remove it from our pasta water, just straining it, reserving that pasta water, putting the pasta in the pan with the white wine, and then we're going to add in our egg mixture that I just showed you and keep our heat on low. Low, low, low. Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry, I'm giving you the wrong instructions. Rewind, back that up. We're going to temper with 1 cup of pasta water our eggs and cheese that we have down here on the bowl. That's why I want you to reserve the pasta water. Now, tempering is where you're taking and slowly increasing the temperature of your eggs, but adding the liquid at a rate so that it doesn't cook them, that it doesn't denature them, that you don't get scrambled eggs sitting in your bowl. All right, that's what we're trying to avoid. It's the same technique that you can find over on our crib roulette video just posted yesterday on our YouTube channel. Huh? You like that? You like that plug? Okay. But after we've tempered our eggs and our cheese together, we're then gonna add this mixture on the barest heat that you can over here on the stove to our pasta and white wine that's sitting there waiting for us. At which point we're going to be having to pay very focused attention to what's going on in that skillet, because the point is to continue heating up our eggs so that it melts our cheese, but so that the eggs don't cook. We're walking this fine line of like 135 degrees Fahrenheit that we need to maintain so we don't get a chunky sauce, but it's still creamy, all right? So make sure you got your skillet ready to go. You've got your little pasta hand available, hanging out to transfer your pasta, and you've got everything mixed just like I do. Because at this point, we just got to transfer our pasta, everybody. Oh. Okay. Having a hell of a week. We just had Israel Memorial Day for Fallen Soldiers and immediately Independence Day. Pardon me. Independence Day, which is still going until tomorrow evening. And so after I finish helping around with the Independence Day, I'm going to work. And the day after, I'm also working. And the day after, we are driving south for a dinner with my dad's family. And I just want to sleep for 5 days. Oh my gosh. Well, it sounds like you had a packed schedule. Happy Israeli Independence Day and Remembrance. That's awesome. Now, it stinks that you have to work both of those days, but that's how it is in restaurants, right? I get them wanting to sleep for 5 days. We've had nonstop people out here at the house. So before Tef came, we were hosting my mom and dad, and then Tef came, and then my mom and dad came back for like 10 days while Kevin and Kathy were gone on their RV trip. And then we went to Palisade and camped out in Palisade for a few days, glamped, I really should say. And then we came back and we're hosting Megan's family from Indianapolis right now, which I'm happy we are, but this just a constant hosting, it takes it out of you a little bit. So I'm looking forward to resting my eyes as well, Orcapaka. Wine or ranch water? You know what? You know what, Chris? That's a tough one. I mean, do you like the wine that you bought here for dinner? You might want, here's what I would say. As we're cooking, drink your ranch water. And then when you serve your carbonara, especially since the wine is used in the dish, it's gonna complement it beautifully. You'll have some of the same notes, at least getting transferred through the cooking process. Serve the wine with the pasta. That's what I do. But hey, you do you, boo-boo. We have Memorial Day here in the Netherlands too. Oh, nice. All I want is to get drunk while eating pasta with my friends. Is that too much to ask? No, it really isn't, especially if this is the pasta that you're making. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us here on the stream, we're making spaghetti alla puttanesca today on Ingrediology. If you'd like to cook along with us or go back and do the recipe here at a later date while watching along with our VOD, then go to ingrediology.org/carbonara.org, not .com. /carbonara, or in chat right now, you can just hit !menu or !recipe, and I'll spit the link out for you. Whew, okay, so my timer just went off for our pasta, so we need to give that a look-see. Okay, where's my pasta hand, as I was calling it earlier? I cracked myself up. You guys know how you can tell if your pasta's done? I'm not even gonna tear it, I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so let's see if I can get this close enough so that you can see it. There, you probably can't quite see it, but there is still just the slightest, the barest of core in the middle of our pasta. So you'll be able to tell the difference if your pasta's undercooked. There'll be a little bit more white towards the center of your noodle. But that's what we're looking for because we're gonna continue to cook it. So we wanna anticipate that, which means it's now time to transfer all of our pasta over into our pan. And what aren't we doing? We are not throwing out our pasta water. That's what we're not doing. But you can kill the heat on your pasta pot. Hoop, hoop, hoop. Pasta water is a beautiful thing, everyone, because as your pasta cooks, it is releasing starches into your water. Which means that your pasta water is very good to add to a sauce because it will thin your sauce while also adding heat, but those starches, as they begin to cook along with whatever sauce you're doing, will maintain the viscosity of the sauce. Meaning, oh no. Meaning that it's not like just adding water into a sauce, which would change the consistency, change the viscosity of your sauce. It will actually help to maintain it because those starches that are already present. All right, give it a, oh, we got a couple of noodles hanging out. Get in there. I want every last noodle out of this thing. Oh, wow. Quite a few. All right, that's as far as we're gonna go here. Now I've got my spaghetti down in the pan. It is time to temper our eggs and our cheese. Ba, 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 ba. So we're gonna be using a cup of pasta water in here, everybody. And this tempering action, as I said before, is meant to slowly raise the temperature of our eggs so that when they go into the hot pan or hit our hot pasta, they don't just, well, cook. They don't just bind up and become scrambled eggs. And we're gonna do this by adding just a little bit, just a skosh, a titch of our pasta water at a time while stirring. Slowly raising that temperature. Damn, that plug was smooth. Thank you, Orca. Logan is not getting any sleep, says Tef. You know what? We're doing good. Remy has slept, well, before 2 nights ago, Remy has slept through the night for 12 days in a row. Even in the RV, he slept through the night, which was baffling to me. I wasn't upset about it, and I was happy about it, but you know, you wake up and you're like, did you get up? No, I didn't get up. Okay, wow, okay. I guess he just slept from like 6 to 6, which is amazing when you have a 6-month-old baby. Oh, those first 3 months are hard. You can tell if your pasta is done by eating it, says Snake Eye. Well, yeah. He's not wrong. All right, so we've tempered our pasta water. Now it's time to go back over the stove, adding this to our pan. We're gonna put our heat on low, remember everybody. So put your heat on low and then just add in your egg and cheese mixture. Now at this point, I'm gonna switch to a rubber spatula, okay? So take your rubber spatula and then just start moving around the bottom of your pan right here. Focus first on getting your sauce evenly distributed throughout your pasta. And then after, what I want you to be focusing on is the thickness of your sauce. This shouldn't even come up to a simmer, everybody. A simmer, 185 degrees, a boil, 212 degrees, at least at sea level. There shouldn't even be bubbles occurring in this. That's how low I want your heat. You know what I just realized, everybody? I took all of my cheeses and I tossed them in together into the sauce, which is fine. It's not gonna hurt it. The cheesier the better, right? But I did, oh, hey, what we got going on? The Real Nutty, thank you for being here. Welcome to a Wednesday weeknight dinner on Ingrediology. We're making spaghetti alla puttanesca, my friend, and if you'd like to make this recipe for yourself at home, hit exclamation point recipe or exclamation point menu in chat. You'll be taken over to our website where we posted a class guide for you. From equipment lists to shopping lists to all the ingredients, nutritional information, and the recipe steps to make sure that you are able to successfully complete this class at home. How's your Wednesday going? If the pasta can bend, it is done. Just a little further than that, Tap. Keep a close eye, everybody. I would also advise you to have some plates ready. Plates ready, and then finally, some tongs. Get some tongs out, ready to go, so we can pull this out of the pan. Leaving it in the pan in the heat source is just going to continue to cook our sauce. And we want this to be creamy, but once you start getting little chunks, you've gone way too far. I shouldn't say way too far. You've just gone too far. You can definitely go farther. Make scrambled eggs and fried noodles. How you doing, Taste Made? Everybody keeping up okay? Gus, welcome in. Hey, Gus. It's 8 a.m. and I've been up all night getting ready for the night shift. Oh, very nice, Nutty. Well, best of luck with that. I hope you're able to still function after having been up all night. Gus, it's great to see ya. And everybody, if you're just joining us here on stream, or if you haven't heard the plug, or even if you have heard it, I'm going to tell you again, please go follow our YouTube channel. I'm working very, very hard. It's my main focus right now to learn editing in Premiere Pro, and we've already come a long way in the 2 months that I've been putting up videos on YouTube. We're only at 72 subscribers right now, and I've made it my goal to be qualified for the YouTube Partner Program here by 2023. And that requires 1,000 followers and 4,000 hours watched. And while we're a long way off from that, I think that you'll find the quality up to snuff. At least I hope you will, and obviously with my intent and promise to improve the videos here as we go throughout the year. And I just take these recordings of the live stream and I edit them down into a more consumable, digestible format. They're all sub 10 minutes. We just posted our creme brulee video yesterday, so if you guys want to know how to make authentic creme brulee, you can check out the channel. Thank you in advance. Plug over. Oh, we're getting close. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you in here real quick. So take a look at the sauce. It's not running like water anymore. It's becoming more thick down at the bottom of my pan, so when I put a swipe through it, it holds that channel right there. See? That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna let it go like another 30 seconds, and then we're gonna pull this off the heat, everybody. And in that 30 seconds, we're gonna add in our guanciale. Poo baby. You have said puttanesca instead of carbonara so many times. You owe us a puttanesca. Have I really? Oh my God, Annie, I'm so sorry. We have a puttanesca class. I do a puttanesca class. We did it back in February, and we did it before in like September. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the first time running carbonara. I just got puttanesca. I had one night teaching a class a couple of years ago where I just kept saying ginger instead of garlic and garlic instead of ginger, and I was confusing the hell out of everybody. Sometimes you get those weird mental tics, especially when everything's live and there's no editing being done. You know, I'm sorry. My apologies. So, carbonara, we are getting our guanciale in. Guanciale, for those of you who are just joining us here on stream, is pork jowl. So bacon is made out of pork belly. Guanciale is made out of the cheek. It's a little fattier. Oh, it's oh so delicious. It's bacon plus, everybody, okay? I don't know how come you missed it, Annie. It was a mussels. We did our Italian beer Peroni mussels. And spaghetti alla puttanesca. Oh, get that guanciale mixed in, and then over. Let's get rid of our pasta water. And hold on, I really like this shot right here. So give me just a second. Indulge me. What is going on? All right, make sure your heat is off everywhere, on all sources. We're gonna give our pasta a quick drizzle of olive oil. We have bacon down. Repeat, have bacon down. I know, I'm sorry. I dropped a single piece. 73 subscribers now, Nutty. Thank you so much. I appreciate you going over there and giving us some love on the YouTubes. It's just a more, even though we've been doing live streaming and Twitch, whatever, for 2 years, it's a more permanent form of content than a live stream is. Because a live stream is, if you're there, and no one's gonna go back and watch the VOD, right? Yeah, we're gonna switch this up a little bit. We're ready to plate, everybody, so get yourself a nice little bowl right here. I'm bringing the camera in real nice and close. No, not too close. Is that good? That's good. Let's get the wheels turned. All right, cool. So take your tongs you're talking about, and here in your pasta, get rid of my pasta hand. I know, I'm doing all this messing around, guys. Okay, so twist up with your tongs as if you were making a nice big forkful of pasta for yourself. Twist that up and then set that right in the middle of your plate. This helps us to generate height in our dishes. I like to say height is attractive in women in food, but my wife's 6'1", so I'm a little biased. But you eat with your eyes first. So you want to make it stand up as nicely as possible. Let's give it another one. I got it. Way too dramatic there on the angle. Go. Okay. B-roll, B-roll. Do it for the B-roll, everybody. If you have a microplaner, great. If you still have some grated Parmesan cheese, great. I got some pecorino romano, which I'm gonna finally grate over the top of this. And since I incorporate all my cheese, I gotta make you guys wait. How you doing, those of you who are cooking along with us? Oh my God, says Estefania, this is so delicious. Thank you so much, I appreciate you. I'm glad you cooked along with us here today. That is awesome. Stefania, I don't know. Did you do guanciale? Cat E says this is so yummy. Cat, that is the biggest compliment you could pay me. Thank you. This is authentic spaghetti alla carbonara. Whew. All right, let's come back here. You guys doing good? Sounds like Tastemade is having a great time for those of you who are cooking along with us at home. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear it. How you doing, Twitch? Looks good, says Nutty. Thanks, Nutty. I appreciate you. Okay, all right. Let's get a fork out and try it. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Again. Let's go down to 3. There we go. Yeah. Woo! That's it. That's what I'm looking for. You're getting the black pepper in there, the guanciale is coming through, and the cheesiness, the creaminess of the sauce. Like Randy said, it's spaghetti alla, I almost said puttanesca. Spaghetti alla carbonara is such a simple dish in terms of ingredients that I'm always amazed when you get something this beautiful out of it. But that's sometimes the best recipes, right? The simplest ones can also be the most delicious. Do we have any questions over here in Tastemade? You guys doing good over here on Twitch? Keith, hi, welcome in. Good to see you, Keith. Ugh. We're gonna be having cheesecake for dessert tonight. How many calories in this dish? Gus, that's a great question. If you hit !menu in chat, that'll take you over to our website and the class guide, and the nutrition facts are on the class guide. We have that as a feature as well. And for those of you who are international guests, you can also view this recipe in metric or in US. So it converts the measurements for the recipe for you. 1,033 calories per serving, and this makes 4 servings. A little over 1,000 calories per dish on this. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon on our Wednesday weeknight dinner. I had a lot of fun making spaghetti alla carbonara with you. Today. I hope you enjoy this dish and make it for many years to come for you and your family. Our mission here on Ingrediology is to make it so that it's easier and more accessible for you to make delicious and nutritious home-cooked meals for those that you love and, most importantly, yourself at home. If you'd like to follow us on our social media, I'm Ingrediology under every major platform, and we will be joining you here next week with our red wine braised short ribs class. I'm planning on serving that over some creamy polenta, and I'll post that recipe as well here in the coming days. So same time, same place, next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Mountain Time here on Ingrediology. We need to find somebody to raid, okay? For those of you on Tastemade, I'd encourage you to like and subscribe our YouTube videos if you enjoyed this. You can find edited versions of our classes over there on YouTube. So sub 10 minutes of all of the different classes that we teach over on Tastemade Live. Now, if you'd like to help support Ingrediology and our efforts for teaching you how to cook better at home, you can go to ko-fi.com/Ingrediology and make a small donation that goes towards, well, shopping and groceries and buying equipment on the stream and making sure that we have website hosting and can run the things that we run and also improve upon things. So I appreciate you in advance. Thank you so much to our supporters, Tef Banow, Snake Eye DIY, Captain Jack Daniels 33, Hover Sway. Who else we got? I'm sorry if I'm leaving anybody out. But you guys are amazing, and you help bring this to everybody else. So you're the best. I will see you here next time on Ingrediology. Peace. Oh, Joyce! That's good. I'm just closing down. I'm doing my outro basically for the YouTube video. How would you reheat it? So Joyce, it kind of needs to be consumed at the moment. It never comes out as good when it's reheated, whether you're doing it in the microwave or you're going to be doing it on the stove. The best way, I would say, is doing it on the stove. I know it's longer and takes up more time, but that's the only way you're going to be able to gently and completely and evenly heat up this dish back to the level it's at right now where it's melty. Add a little bit of water to it in the pot and bring it up slowly on a low, medium, low heat at very most. Again, we're trying not to cook the eggs. If you just throw it in the microwave, it's gonna come out chunky. That microwave's gonna obliterate it. But that's a great question. Thank you very much. Very applicable. Taz and Whey Bread are online. Carbonara too. Let's go see Ms. Carbonara. The lovely Ms. Carbonara. Guys, the streamer that I'm sending you over to is a lovely lady out of the Pacific Northwest. She actually works at Oregon State University in their food preservation program. Super interesting. She helped us develop our mustard for our Oktoberfest pretzel boxes. No. But if you have any questions about fermentation or preservation of foods, then this is going to be the person to talk to. K-E-H, right? Somebody give me a proper spelling on Carbonara, because Tef ain't doing it. Carbonara. Is that right? Invalid username. Son of a gun. Well, this might be a little bit of an awkward ending, but again, thank you so much for joining us. Allie, if you'd like to book a private party, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help you and your work friends out with that. I hope that you've enjoyed your experience this evening and that we can see you again here on the channel. Whey Bread is my suggestion. Well, Whey Bread is easier to follow, so there we go. Hey, thank you for the follow, Tanner M. Good to see ya. There we go. All right, guys, check out Whey Bread. He went to the Culinary Institute of America and is an amazing chef. Make sure to drop him a follow, give him some love. Tell him I made spaghetti alla Carbonara, not spaghetti alla puttanesca tonight. And we'll see you here next week for Ingrediology. Have a great night, everybody.